Good morning, Michelle Saxman here, and ready to share with you some time with Jesus Calling by Sarah Young on July the 11th. This last sentence is to, be the lighthouse, be the reservoir of this light, allowing ourselves time, ample time, to allow Him to fully fill, to pour into us so that we can emanate that light, that love, that peace, and that joy. But I will say, worship me only, and that today's idols are very, very different. Back in the time of the Bible, and if you think about it, the Greek gods and Roman gods, and even in the religion of Hindu, different gods for rain, like Aphrodite, the goddess of love, and Hermes and Zeus, and the list goes on. And there was actual people would take gifts, whether it is flowers or harvest or different things that they would sacrifice and set before these actual statues, these gods and goddesses, these idols, and they would worship. They would be like, I need rain, I need harvest, for a fruitful family and children and procreation, and they would pray to all these different gods. And that is setting aside time of worship. And He says, worship me only. And today's time, it is so many things. It is people, possessions, status, self-aggrandizement. So these are the distractions and the idols, things that we think we need to. And again, this is the rise of the ego and the suppression of the spirit that is within each and every one of us. This is allowing the goals, the external, the chase. And you guys, He says it might be shiny and tinny, but it is temporal. He is the brilliant, everlasting, fulfilling light. So just spending some time to think about, what are my idols? What are the things that I think are going to make me be seen, known, loved? Whatever it is that we're seeking, what is it that we're trying to seek in this culture that is going to fill that gaping hole? We were created with this chasm. That was His intention, but it is a chasm that only He can fill. So there should be no shame saying, I'm feeling a little bit empty, I'm feeling unfulfilled. There should be no shame around that. The shame should come, if there is any. I don't like blame and shame, because I think that actually that is the sign of a narcissistic society. But saying, I feel unfulfilled, I've lost my purpose, and then just sit and allow our Heavenly Father to speak with us in that. The first reading today is Exodus chapter 20, verses 4 and 5. You shall not make for yourself an idol in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them. For I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the fathers to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me. So I can actually talk a little bit about my thoughts on the sins into the third and fourth generation. You guys, I think this is about when we are primed for a certain neurochemistry toward fear. And that actually can take generations. And if you think about it, Moses, they were out in the desert for 40 years. It is a generation sometimes, 2, 3, and 4 generations, because we have these habits of things that we think are going to be fleeting and fulfilling, or we have these habits and these inclinations toward fear. Or sometimes it's just a matter of we need time to pass so that there's actually a cleansing and an ability to truly forget. But those don't. It's about not seeking things in the external, creating only our Heavenly Father as the center of our worship life. The next reading is Isaiah chapter 55, verse 12. You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. Joy, peace, and love. You guys, those are the gifts of our Heavenly Father, the emotions of spending time with Him. We can spend time in the ego, and it's going to be fear and anger and resentment, the fruits of the ego, or we can seek and sit with the fruits of the Spirit, peace, love, and joy. The final reading is 2 Samuel chapter 22, verse 29. You are my lamp, O Lord. The Lord turns my darkness into light. And I would just encourage you, be the light you hope to see in this world. And that's going to take time sitting with our Heavenly Father. Empty me, O Heavenly Father. Clean up all of those cobwebs, those areas of insecurity and not enoughness that are being led by the brain train of the ego, and allow me to love myself as you love me, to see myself as you see me. Taking those areas, reveal it so he can heal it, reveal it so he can heal it, so we can walk in his light. Y'all have a super blessed day. Stay connected to the vine, protect the crown, protect that thought life, shed all idols. And again, this time in this culture, they sneak in. In the olden biblical days, it was very obvious. All those different idols, those physical manifestations of statues where people went to worship. Today, we can get entangled and ensnared. So just think for a few minutes. Where is it you're seeking fulfillment? Bring that area to our Heavenly Father and allow him to fully fill you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.